fans. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the San Francisco 49ers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Come on, come on. Tight end right, tight end right. 3 down, 3 down. 65, 65. 3 down, 3 down. Check, 45 to Mike.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, pick it up, D.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Who that? Check, 45 to Mike. Check, 45 to Mike. Let's go, baby. Return.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 36 yards on the play. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Bang, bang. 21, 21. General West.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Watch out.
the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the gun, Winston. That is caught. It's Perriman. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Brashad Perriman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped them in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. It's caught inside the 25. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
56.
To throw is Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Jameis now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Winston now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. To the air again with Winston. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Brashad Perriman with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now a first down carry by Jones. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. This an easy one, 23-yarder. And Gay knocks this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
11.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes. Delivers the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Robinson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Garoppolo. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards, first down Niners. Garoppolo now, 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. On first down, here's Breida. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, Robinson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Bravo. 45.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
First down, Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll run on first down. It's Robinson, stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here we go, here we go. 180! You got nothing. 49, check 49. 11. White.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. An 11-yard touchdown. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Touchdown 49ers. Cody Parkey lining up for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Parkey with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
54, right there. 54 miles.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Jameis now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. This is caught, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Check 45 White. Hey. 45.
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A gain of 6 there on first. 4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4.
Orbit. Check mark 45. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me. It's just me and you.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Let's get this.
His guys take over first and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run.
It's caught inside the 25. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. So, boy, that's already the third. We're out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create
It got his man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, B. Big series.
Jameis to throw it. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Ready. 55. 54 miles. We want this.
Winston. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. Winston now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Winston now. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
To throw, Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Ready. Blue ready. Come on now. Sit. Watch the sit.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there, with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on third down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go. 120. It's been a long day for you. Check your hot read.
They run again with Breida. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Go.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
45.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vita Vea in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. After the penalty, it's Jones. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game.
And Winston lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Garoppolo now. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Here we go. 21. Here we go. Hey, alert.
Garoppolo on first down. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 17 yards out, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over.
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. 76 yards. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Check 59, Mike is 59.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Here we go.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. There's Garoppolo to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it now with Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw, Garoppolo. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Mike spot 9.
Now Garoppolo. Open man is Hurd. It's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Winston the throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Ready.
Here's Winston. Going for it all. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. This one no doubt important for Matt Gay. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done.